Hello, everybody. This is episode number 7.
Number 7. Lucky number 7.
7, which is actually one of my 4 favorite numbers. So that's just great.
It's a sign.
It's a sign for sure. This will be dropping. I think I'll probably be in California and Hawaii at this time. So that's cool. So I'll be saying hello from there. Today, I have a very, 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 very special guest. I have my friend Gabby.
Gabriella Taya,
the artist, my artist friend, and we're going to talk about all kinds of fun things. This has been about a year in the making or so, at least, yes. She trained me at my current job right now, so we've had a day one connection. Day one homie. I used to try to fight him about who would have the most fire fit. Honestly, it was me, but, I passed the baton down to him when I left, so. So, all right, so introduce yourself here.
All right, I'm 22. I'm an artist. I grew up on Long Island, and what else can I really say? I'm a Gemini, bisexual, so there's a lot of duality going on.
What the fuck does it what does a Gemini mean? Like what does that mean?
I'm about to get on my astrology shit right now. So pretty much every sign has certain characteristics, and Geminis are known for embracing their duality. You have artists like Tupac. He was, one side of him was a really sensitive, poet. He was very socially conscious, and then there was the gangster rap persona Tupac that is more well known. And in a lot of artists, you have people that embrace the multifaceted two sides of them, not just one side. So with me, creatively, I'm Taya, and then there's Gabby, who is more of the, down to earth, fun, here for a good time, extrovert. Taya is the introverted artist that, I use my art to emotionally and spiritually heal. So that's really what it is,
Mm-hmm. When is a Gemini in the calendar?
Geminis are from May 22nd to, I believe, June 22nd or the 21st. So I'm
Wait, your birthday already passed?
Yes, my birthday was June 13th. How'd you not know this?
Nobody told me.
Yo, okay, this is started off on a sour note right now. I'm a little tired.
June 13th. Yes. Jesus fucking Christ. Well, there's always next year. I'll probably still be here. I might still be here next year. We'll celebrate.
You know what? I turned 22, which is nothing big at all. Last year when I turned 21, it was a fucking 4-day affair. This year, I stayed in the lab and just worked. I had an art show on the 22nd, so I wasn't really doing anything for the whole month of June. I was just keeping to myself, working, and getting ready for the show. Mm-hmm.
So I saw this past weekend here. It was Pride. Is it the big for Pride? I've never been to Pride. Never been to Pride Parade. None of that. So since it's in June, last weekend, is this was this the big bash for Pride? Was it all saved up for this?
Honestly, the gays go hard all throughout the month of June. There was Long Beach Pride the week before, and there's always a Pride somewhere, always a Pride party. I feel I missed out on a lot because I was, in the lab working, but this past weekend really made up for it. I'm not gonna lie. Mm-hmm. Pride is just it's something else, especially when you're an out girl like me who took a while to figure this shit out. It's really refreshing to be around other brave people who who have experienced the shit that I've experienced, the intolerance to just the hate to the good times as well, having a family around you that really get you, and it's a great experience. It's definitely don't get me wrong, I don't remember most of it.
Yeah.
But, I walked the parade once too last year. I walked it with my friend, and that was a fun experience, seeing the parade, all of that. But this year was mostly just going out and partying with my fellow gays.
So how does that How did it go down?
How did it go down?
Yes. What happened?
Well, Saturday had like a pride party at my friend's. He has like the sickest place. It was like a rooftop with the view of the New Yorker building. A bunch of like really good looking gay men. I was like honestly one of the only sapphic girls there.
What does sapphic mean?
Okay, so sapphic pretty much is like another term for like lesbian, like liking girls. It was after a poet who used female pronouns. She was like an ancient Greek poet named Sappho, and there's an island. The island that she's from is called Lesbos. So, lesbian derives from that, and sapphic derives from Sappho. So, there you go. A little history for you. You know what it is.
So you're at this, and then, nothing crazy went down, or was it just...
It was just, like, me, the only, like...
Bunch of gay dudes just...
Yeah, I don't have a lot of lesbian friends. It kind of sucks, like, I've been meaning to, like... meet some more like girls in my situation, but I feel like when you're finding like the gay dudes, like some of them are just very easy to point out, and then with the lesbian girls, they're like very much low key about it. You'll find like I have good gaydar. You see, like I could spot them.
I don't have that. I guess maybe it's because I'm out of the loop. Just some like random straight dude.
It comes to you like when I realized who I was, like. Don't get me wrong, there was like a few bumps in the roads, this, that, but like it's just all energy exchanges too. Like two girls know, and like me too, like as a like out girl, the people that aren't out will like hint at it like through their energy, like that they're down to, like I guess figure it out and have fun, Yeah, but that's it. It comes with time and experience, gaydar. So that's it.
My mom, I have a cousin. He's gay, but he does drag shows. But when he was a kid, my mom knew he was gay when he was 5. When he was 5 years old, because he held a purse, and I was like, that's kind of a little bit.
No, but honestly, I was like the same way. I was such a tomboy growing up. I would skate. I was really into soccer. I really love Star Wars too. So, and I was a big tomboy. So I look back at like old pictures of me, and it doesn't really come to a surprise. And I don't really know how it came to like a surprise of many people, because I looked like I had the look. Don't get me wrong. I'm a very feminine girl, and I look like I have like a feminine look to me, but I just always had that like little like rebellious energy as like a little girl. I wasn't playing with dolls. I was like playing soccer, this, that.
That's cool. Oh, so so you say you want to explain the bisexuals a little bit more, because I don't. Obviously, I'm not gonna understand.
I mean, you know what it is? It's that like it's just like falsely portrayed in everything, like all like in the movies, like songs, this, that, like it's the scale. So like when you look at like like a scene from a movie, it's like all sexualized, like models like all over each other. Don't get me wrong, that can happen, but like for the most part, like it's not like that. Like it's for like when it's portrayed towards like heterosexual men like you, who would like find it hot. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
If there's
that's
no
like
like
all
real
lesbian porn, right?
Exactly. There is no good lesbian porn. Oh my! I want to touch base on that another time, because like we're not trying to get too raunchy the first time around, But
oh no, fucking drop them all.
I might have to drop some fucking bombs.
Yeah.
Can you add like bomb effects during this?
Shit, I can find one. Yeah, fuck it, I'll find one.
Fuck it, all right.
I just gotta make a note of it, and then I'll look for some sound clips and I'll throw them in there.
Bet. Bet. All right, so like, yeah, I mean, like I personally.
What goes through someone's mind? What goes through your mind? Because
my mind.
Because just now. Like the way you're just describing everything, you're like, oh, there's no like lesbian girls there, da 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 da. Like, do you go into something just looking for girls?
Oh my god, yeah. Like, no, I go through like.
Or like, things where you just go for guys, or like.
See, I prefer women. Like, women inspire me artistically. I just find the beauty of women like so.
They're definitely hotter. There's no doubt.
Of me?
Well, no. If you even ask a straight girl and you're like, okay, just what's like a sexier like men or women?
Oh yeah, 100%.
It's easily the women because like the
everything
the
about women,
yeah.
beautiful.
Beautiful. Men are just fucking. We're just
No,
why the fuck would I be attracted to that?
No, but I like men too. I like men. I like a specific type, and I feel like with women, like I'm more like broad. It's like with guys, I tend to go after like like I don't know, like creative guys, like skaters or.
So a bunch of the goofs that were at your party there,
Yeah.
Them.
There's a few goofs in there that I would. I mean, I just like at this point in my life. Like, I just, number one, I'm not getting in a relationship anytime soon, but I just like girls, and it's tough because in that field, too, like, lesbians have, like, a stereotype about being, like, U-Haul lesbians, meaning, like, the
truck?
Yes, like, on the third date, they bring a U-Haul and, like, move in, because, like, that's, like, how, like, serious and, like, fast-paced a lesbian relationship is. Like, it's just crazy. It becomes like 0 to 100, and like
really?
it's so bad, and we're like known for that. And then there's me who just doesn't want a part of that right now. But I love girls, and it's just so hard to find them too. Like, gay men have it easier.
Do they have like Grindr for women?
No, and it sucks.
They don't?
I mean, they probably do, but it's like, that's what I mean. Like, gay men, like, they're just like very like sexually like out there. You know what I mean?
Like they come out and they're
like, I've attended, like, my good friends are like very gay in the New York City scene, and I've been around like a gay sex party that's insane. Like, you just have like men like rolling off of ketamine, and I'm just like, what the fuck?
Wait, what the fuck? You go to like these gay men
I didn't
themselves, like,
I didn't go like on purpose, I went there because I don't even know how. Maybe we were picking up a friend, or my friend was dropping off, or something along the lines. I spent 5 minutes there, and I was just like, wow, this is a crazy scene. It really is. Like, lesbians just don't have that.
So you think that they're not like, they're a little bit more sheltered in a way, rather than just like,
they're just not like
rays of light where they just kind of just go after each other, and because they still have, that's the thing, the gay dudes, they still have the man's mentality.
That's it, exactly.
They still have them. They're still dudes.
That's what I'm saying. Like, when girls meet each other, it's not like they're just like ready to like hit it and quit it. Like, a lot of the times, it's the U-Haul, situation that arises. I don't know, and it's just so hard. There's like no like lesbian scenes, and then so I get
not
caught
even
up.
in New York.
There is like there's the cubby hole and stuff, but like not as like prevalent as like gay bars. Like, there's like 2 lesbian bars.
In the whole fucking city.
And like, yeah, there's 2 lesbian bars, Cubby Hole and Henrietta Hudson, and like there's like lesbian nights at gay bars, but aside from that, not so much.
Wow.
Can you imagine
That's
how hard it is for
insane.
me? And then like these like,
they're almost forcing you to like take to the men's side of your bisexuality in a way.
Yes, that is true. And then yeah, that does happen. But the thing is, when I was like 19, 18, I was only with guys, really. Like, I would have like a few girls in between, but it was just like, it was easier because I was like really more feminine looking. I wasn't really so outspoken about my sexuality either. And I just feel like I like had to run with that, if that makes sense. And like, now I'm trying to just like be with girls because I prefer them, honestly, more. I do. But it's hard. And then I used to get caught up in like straight girls trying to experiment with me too, and then dealing with like the repercussions of that, like them coming to terms with sexuality, or it just became like, I never do that anymore. I can't. Like,
I feel like that's the only thing with the women though, like where they tried. Is that like a major? Like, I don't really know. I don't know one person that was like, oh yeah, I was kind of like on the fence of like either being straight or gay, or like I didn't want to know if I was bi or whatever, and like they like went in and experimented like with another dude. Like, I'd never heard of that. I heard that James Charles thing.
Oh, well, that was another thing. Like, he just fetishized, yes. Yeah. Fucking
straight
like
dudes?
Straight guys, and he wouldn't even go for gay men at all. Like, that's fucking sick. Like it's cool to like be like, oh my god, I'm like so hot that I can make someone like question themselves, or like, don't get me wrong, there are a lot of bi men. I want to I want to reiterate on that, is because like it's really taboo for a guy to be bi, and I've been like hearing, especially from like my close girlfriends, they're like, oh, I would never be able to like date a bi guy because I feel like you're either just gay or straight. No, it's a scale. It's a scale, but like for guys, they're just so afraid of, like how they'd be perceived.
They'd just be like put in the gay.
Exactly, but and when it's not like that. And I feel like and again, going back to the media, there's no portrayal of bi men at all. It's only like gay men and straight men. There's no bi men. And like so many artists are bi too. Like the lead singer from Green Day, he's a man. Like so many. It's
Chance
out there.
Rapper's brother is, I think.
Yes, Frank Ocean too. They exist, but once again, it's like really hard for them, and I feel like my heart goes out to them more so than me, and like bi women, because we have it easier for sure, 100%.
All right, so tell me about what's some of these crazy ass. We'll talk about this Long Beach story you were talking to me about earlier today, and
Long Beach is just like every time I'm there, like I don't know if there's something in the air or what, but the
ocean breeze just gets to you and just tells you
it's literally like
in your brain.
I feel like I'm in an episode of Jersey Shore. I really do. Like there's always some shit that goes down,
I liked it there. I was there for my second time ever the other day. Well, it was like almost a week ago. It was fun. Like there was like a bunch of energy. There was just even more energy there than there was. Like I just drive through here and there's a bunch of energy, even this like shit area. But I go down there, like it was so nice. It was just fun driving through the place in a way. I liked it.
Croatia Strip is just really not good at the moment. Like it's like
it's better than it was like last year or 2 years. Like it's been the best since I've been here.
I used to go to Bangers when I was like 19. That was
I heard it was fucking insane. Like before, like, there was like 3-4 bars or something, and like it was just
that was it when I was in high school. There was like 3 or 4. I think it was like Dizzy's, McKeeb's, and Bangers. But I only went once in high school, and I really couldn't tell you what I did or where I went. I used to go to Bangers here though, and I don't know, like it's just so bad. I don't know. They would play Lip Gloss by Lil Mama, and people would be like fucking going crazy out there. Like I don't know. I would rather just be.
That's a very clubby bar.
It's just like really. I don't like it.
It's super fucking ratchet.
It's terrible. But I like the music is awful. Like, I mean, it's fun, but it's fun when you're like an 18-year-old, 19-year-old. Like me at 22, I can't. I'm not even like into the club scenes. I used to go to
we have strip clubs here too.
Oh well, that's a fact. Like I've been out to strip clubs and everything, but just in general, I prefer like a low-key bar with like a nice pool table and like, like enough that you could like talk to people and not like fucking like. Not hear shit. Like, you know what I mean?
So, like, Victor wouldn't be there?
What do you mean?
Victor. Remember Victor?
Who's Victor?
From the other night? The Asian?
Oh, my God. Yes. Homeboy was busting a move out there. Who knows? Maybe Victor would go. You never know. Like, those bars could be, like, the most lit, too. But I used to, like, I lived a lot. For a 22-year-old. That's why I'm like taking it like slow now, because like I was doing shit at like 18. Even at 15, I was doing shit that a lot of people weren't.
So what about Long Beach? I gotta get back to Long Beach.
So
this Long Beach story here.
Well, my friends are just like fucking. We're like a different vibe. We go back since like high school, and it's like pretty much. I don't know if you've ever heard of Vanderpump Rules. Yes, it's like a similar kind of thing with us. There's a lot of fights, but we ultimately love each other. And pretty much, like, I can't even tell you how this happened, but, like, we do an annual ugly Christmas sweater party. And last year, my friend had work
at Christmas time?
Yeah. Like,
in Long Beach?
In Long Beach, yes. And it was, like, a Wednesday. We got wasted. We ate, like, a dinner, like, together, like, as a family. I made gnocchi. We drank some limoncello shots. Limoncello became like gin, and it just all went downhill, really.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to sleep on an air mattress because I'm just like dead wasted. I don't even like. I was like going off around December, and like my friends were like being like loud as this other kid was trying to sleep, and he didn't see me on the air mattress, so he flips it over like the Hulk out of anger. Like, but my friend always does that. He's always like either punching like holes in walls or just like aggressively like storming out, you know. But I was on the air mattress. I fly like 5 feet. Like I like fall like and land near a fireplace. It was just a shit show. Like I was wasted. It was like 6 a.m. My friends like were still laughing because like, I mean, I get it was funny, but I was pissed. So then I tried like fighting Colin for flipping the air mattress and fighting my friends for like also like laughing too because like that was fucked up. And then it just became this like big whole ordeal. I don't even remember half of it, but basically like the kid I was fighting the most with is also a Gemini, and like we end up like cuddling, and he's gay, but like we end up like cuddling and like just like making up, and like that's just our friendship though. It's crazy. I mean, honestly, we need like reality show cameras following us around.
Wow, so you would try out for a reality show? Or would want a reality show? I would never want that with a 10-foot pole.
You know, now, no.
Ruins, like, I wouldn't want people around me that much.
You know, I wouldn't, but I know that it would be, like, sensational. I mean, like, the people would need it, but I need my anonymity, too. You know?
So when you would go into these strip clubs, it'd be like golden television.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. See, but this is the thing. This was Gabby. You have to realize that this was Gabby, like, circa, like, 2016. I was going through, like, a breakup with a girl, and, like, I was, like, just, like, trying to experience, like, you know, like, women and everything. So I would go to strip clubs with my homeboys, and we would just, like, throw out, like a bunch of money, a bunch of cash, eat, like, it would be, like, such a fucking, like, recurring thing, too, that year, if I saved up my money, like, I would have been able to take a trip somewhere, like, to fucking, like, Dubai or something. It was fucked up.
So you blew, like, thousands of dollars at these...
Dude, sometimes random people would give me money. Like, some, like, old men would give me money to throw at girls. Like one time I got, like, $400, and, like, me and my friend Colin pretended to be, like, a couple to, like, get more to throw. I'm telling you, like, this is a gossip, by the way. You know, like... I should be sponsored for talking about this right now.
Oh my god. I still haven't hit a strip club once, so I haven't hit one up.
Yeah.
I mean...
They become like addicted.
I feel like, yeah.
I feel like Rihanna throwing bands. You don't get it. Like, I felt like that song Pour It Up, like, throw it up, watch it all fall out. You know, like, I felt like fucking Riri. I still do, but, like, I don't have the money to throw like that anymore.
Yeah, I know. Like, I don't make too much money, like...
I used to work in insurance and make bank, so that's why I had that shit to throw around. Now your girl's unemployed, working off commissions, so, you know.
You gonna get back into the retail game?
Oh, Lord. I'm not... Look, all I'm going to say is, when I used to work in retail, there would be days where, like...
Was that job the only retail job? That job, the only retail job you had? Did you have another one before that?
That was the job.
That was the only one.
That was the job. But let me tell you, it was one of the best experiences, but there would be so many times where I would leave and listen to Spaceship by Kanye West and just be fucking pissed. I'd be like, why am I living like this? Like, I felt like degraded, fucking like, you know, like walked all over. So that type of shit, you know what I mean? Like... Whatever.
So retail's not, you ain't coming back. Would you rather go back to insurance or retail?
Fuck no, I'd rather work retail. Like insurance, that was when I was like mad confused and I didn't know what I want to do. You know what I mean? Like I'm an artist and
What would you do in the insurance?
Oh, I did like administrative work and like I would file a lot. Like I was like a secretary and I made good money, but like it's just, I didn't like myself in that period. As you could see, I didn't like myself while I was going to strip clubs, like a lot, throwing money, you know, like, it was...
You were the insurance secretary that would go to these strip clubs with women with fat asses and just fucking chucking money.
I lived a double life.
That is crazy.
I partied like a fucking rapper, but worked, you know, like a desk job. You know what I mean?
But I mean, that's a lot of like these like high rolling
100%.
like business people. Like they really are very
100%.
to life, you know. So all right, so talk about your art here. Your art has more to it has a lot to do with you as a person, though.
My art for me is like, I think that everyone here has a purpose in life, and I feel like me is just to like be creative and express myself, whether it is, you know, with my voice, with my words, with, you know, like me like drawing on my clothes to express myself, me painting, me, you know, drawing this, that, me making skateboards, you know, like it's like to express myself, but mostly to heal. Like honestly, my art has been like mostly inspired by like melancholy and like loss of love, and it helped me like really heal. And honestly, the reason why, because I mean, everyone goes through shit, you know what I mean? Everyone like goes through like a bad breakup, everyone has something. But for me, like all the shit that I endured, like taking the sourest of lemons and making it into lemonade is what I do with my art, you know, like from like how I went through, you know, coming to terms with my sexuality. You know, I speak about it really freely, but I grew up in a fucking conservative Croatian household. You know, like there was no one.
Conservative Croatian, I had never heard that.
Well, you know, you got like a really old-fashioned.
Religious.
I wouldn't say religious, but they cared a lot about like image and like being like the perfect family. Like you gotta realize they came here. Like my grandparents and my dad came here to like live that typical American life, and here I am going complete opposite direction than that. You know, like
okay.
Like I'm the complete anti-type of
So they don't like go out. They don't like. They're just very.
No, they go out. They have fun. Like Croatians get rowdy. We drink this that. But like you fucking like you choose being an artist as your job, and that's the path you take. You fucking are looked like you have 10 heads like out there. You know what I mean? And like for me, like my art just heals. You know, like I would go like through a lot of shit, and I didn't really know how to deal with it. And I would see Amy Winehouse, you know, like she would write and make music. And that woman fucking like made me feel like I wasn't alone. And it might be harder for a subject to see it, but when I want someone to look at my painting and feel what I feel, like see like the emotion that I put into that and what I was going through. That's what I want to invoke in someone else. And I want to really like capture that in my work too, because that's it.
Because your art show is like kind of split up, kind of. I saw it was like kind of because you had the room with the window, and that was like a bunch. That seemed like a lot of like your inspirations.
Yes, exactly. That was it.
So that's not really the. So like the emotional part was that the big main room.
Yes, 100%. So if you looked at like that little gallery, I mean, like it was like artists really. It was. I had everyone from like Kanye to Peep to I had like a lot for Amy Winehouse.
Jimi Hendrix was in there.
Jimi Hendrix, Janis Joplin, you know.
Fucking Tory Lanez made it.
Yo, okay, listen, Tory. You gotta realize why Tory Lanez made it.
My man's hairline is like, you gotta draw that hairline.
Bruh, the reason why he's in there is I tried like you gotta realize like that shit, like that art is more like well liked than my art that I actually put like time and effort into it. So like me trying to like grab like an audience's attention, I gotta sell out sometimes. And I'm not saying I sell out because I fuck with Tory Lanez. I do. I made that because like it was December and he still didn't drop Chicks Tape 5, and that was when the release date was. And by the way, he still hasn't dropped it yet. My man's slacking. I've given up at this point. But you know, I drew that really just to like be like, yo, Tory, drop Chicks Tape 5. Also, like,
didn't he drop that one thing where his like the album covers like with the Muppets?
Oh yeah, that's Love Me Now though. That's like.
But so this is.
Yeah, but like, okay, you gotta
realize. So many projects that like I can't really keep up with them.
Yeah, but Tory.
Some of them are rap based, some of them are singing based. Like it's.
Chicks Tape is he takes.
Singing, right?
Yes, it's R&B inspired, but he takes really like classic good hits. Like he samples a lot of songs. Like He sampled the Proud Family theme song on Chicks Tape 4. And let me tell you, that shit fucking still bumps. Like, this dude is mad talented as a producer. He doesn't get enough credit. But, yeah, like, I was going through a breakup, too. I wanted him to drop fucking Chicks Tape 5 stat, you know what I mean? I needed something to, like, fucking listen to.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
But wait.
So my art show, yeah. So, like, all of this shit is, like, that one room that, like, honestly, I started off as an artist by, like, drawing, like, celebrities. And you could see my pictures of that, like, my drawings of them look fucking like a spitting image. But all the great artists are fucking well known because they have a particular style that fucking separates them. You know, what I could do, even though it's, you know, like, really impressive, there's thousands, hundreds of thousands of other people that could do the same with the proper training, with the proper experience. Like, they could, like, draw that realistic. And realism, you know, it should be, you know, championed. It's great, but real art is, like, number one, as an artist, you want to have someone look at something and be like, this is, like, you know, like, you look at Basquiat, you know it's Basquiat. You look at Andy Warhol, you know it's Warhol. When I make something, you know, like, those, like, you know, like, abstract, like, faces that are, like, really raw and gritty, that's my fucking tag. So when I, like, everything I make, I incorporate that somewhat into it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
And then, so the main room then
was all of that. It
Okay.
was set up in, like, everything from, like, my prints, from printmaking, drawings, paintings. I painted on a mannequin, a computer. I had,
that
like,
was cool. Yeah, I like that. That was, like, in the corner there where the
yeah,
Okay.
and also, like, there was, like, a projector showing, like, a live painting on a big, like, paint. Yeah, it was. I put fucking, like, so many hours into that shit, and I felt like a fucking rock star at it, you know. And I've still been, like, on a high, like, post high from my show. You know, like, I've been, like, kind of, like, absorbed in my own hedonism a bit too much, but you know, I deserve it. Like, that whole show, it was called the Inbetween because I'm in that phase, and I know, like, so many other people are too, where you don't know, where you graduate and you don't know what fucking job you're gonna take. You know what I mean? Like, you spend 4 years out of college, you don't know what's next. Like, there's me who, like, am right now, you know, in a college trying to transfer to a better one, while also, like, working on my art, while also, like, dealing with, like, heartache and, like, trying to, like, bounce back from all of that. This was my bounce back. That shit, like, that, like, all of that work I fucking made, most of it was when I was depressed as shit. And when I looked around that room that night and I saw, like, the pieces that, like, I made from a depressive episode, or, like, maybe, like, an episode of mania from one, and I remember all the emotions I felt making that shit, I looked around and here I am, like, partying, fucking drinking Moet, you know what I mean, drinking Grey Goose with, like, the closest of my homies around, like, all celebrating me. All of that pain was fucking worth something. And that's really what it is. That's what an artist does, and that's what, you know, what I'm lucky to have.
Was the night after, like, how were the bars afterwards?
It was good. It was good. Me and my friends. Here's the thing, though. Like, after everything, it was, like, also, like, a business thing for me. So I was drunk, but I also was, like, coherent enough to, like, you know, talk to my host and, like, you know, like, doing, like, everything. Because I can't just, like, walk out of, like, a gallery after, like, partying, and I have to, like, talk to the host of it. I have to, you know, talk about how I'm going to lock up everything, you know, cleaning the next day, everything. And, like, she was chill. You know, she asked me to come back, which I probably will. I'm probably going to do another show in, like, 2 or 3 months when I get, like, enough workload and, like, money saved up. But a lot of my friends left their shit there and this and that. So, like, I would leave the venue to the bar, go party, and then have to go back because someone left their keys, or, you know what I mean? So that, like, that was, like, a little bit of an annoying part. But for the most part, it was chill. Like, me and my friend Maya were just, like, you know, like out fucking doing our thing. I didn't party for, like, a straight month, like a month and a half, because I was just in the lab working.
So, like, when you came to this goofy house thing?
Yeah, like, if you saw, I came late as fuck, and everyone was like, dude. Like,
you still came, though? What the fuck? I didn't even know you were going to come.
I know, because
that's fucking dope.
I felt like...
So I'm in the middle of fucking rage cage.
Yo, I felt like if I didn't go to a Tilly's reunion, number one, like, that's just wrong. You know what I mean? Like, I can't not see my homies and everything. So I did that. But when I came home, I also had to finish up like a lot of block printed shirts that I was selling. So like I was like also like buzzed working, and then the next day.
Is it better to work buzzed or high or anything when you're doing these art? Because I hear like all the time with mostly musical artists.
I do it, bro, and that's really bad, and I shouldn't. But like I do, like I drink wine and like smoke like marijuana is like the biggest inspiration for me right now. Like I mean. Really, like it makes me more honest, kind of, and like more carefree when I work. But it's really just like, when I'm sad, like I will put on like Amy Winehouse's "Back to Black" record. You know, pour myself a glass of wine, just listen to it, and fucking take out on the canvas like what I'm feeling.
So and that's your favorite artist is Amy Winehouse?
I got her on my shirt right now.
There.
You know it.
She's number one?
She inspired me to become an artist and like to create, because that girl, like she experienced like the most pain, and like everyone made fun of her looks. You know, like everyone called her ugly, everyone called her a floozy, this, that, but that woman still won the most Grammys ever by a woman in one single night. You know, she's like honestly the last good singer-songwriter. Like, look at the music industry today. It's shot, you know what I mean? Like, this girl, no, you gotta realize, this girl fucking took jazz music and made it fucking lit. Like, Nas fucked with her, Jay-Z fucked with her, and she did it by remaining authentic herself. Not fucking, like, chasing clout or, like, you know, like, conforming.
I mean, a different time, but still, for sure. I don't think that she would have been someone who would have been obnoxious if she came out today. You know, like, she wasn't some 6'9" clout chaser.
No, she would never be that. That's what I mean. It's like, but there was still, like, you gotta realize, like, there were still people like that back then. You know, like, even though it was, like, 10 years ago, a lot of artists still, like, did the most to remain relevant. You know?
Yeah. All right, so talk about Croatia. I want to know about Croatia. I'm right now trying to figure out where to go in Europe. I don't want to go to France or England or one of the boring places.
You go to fucking Croatia. You go to Croatia. That's where you go.
Where do I like what goes down in Croatia? You be a travel agent and like, well, not a travel agent. They would sell you on anything, but sell me on Croatia.
Remember when look at a picture of it and I've
seen a few. I will give you background. I have seen like Anthony Bourdain. Yeah. He's a massive inspiration for me. He's been there several times and like
I love that dude.
Yeah, that guy. He was there several times, and I really enjoyed those shows that he made there.
Game of Thrones is filmed there. I don't know if you watch it or not.
But I've heard.
Yeah. Like honestly, like tourism in Croatia fucking skyrocketed after like Game of Thrones. Like that was like probably the best promo my country could have ever. Like me growing up, personally, I would be like, oh, I'm Croatian. You know, like. Everyone around me, like especially in Long Island, there's a lot of Irish, a lot of Italians, Jewish people. You know, like there was no other Croatians. So and like when I would say that, people would be like, "You're Kuwaiti?" Like they wouldn't know what I was saying, and I just like especially like that. Are
you 100%?
100%, baby.
100%, okay.
My dad was born there. My mom's parents were born there, but like my mom is pretty much like so immersed in that culture because like my grandparents speak Croatian. So I was brought up like speaking like a mix of Croatian and English. You know, like I'm like that's like more than just genetic code, like that's my culture. And like when I would go out there, you gotta realize like that shit, when I was in high school, there was like no rules out there. The drinking age is 18, but they really don't give a shit. So I would be like 15 years old, you know, taking shots of of like Jägermeister and like drinking and like doing like crazy shit. And it was like a beautiful place. I had so much freedom there because it's not dangerous there at all.
Right.
So like I would have so much freedom and like I would come back here and everything would just be like so like vanilla, you know, like strict. Like, and so I hated it in America for like all throughout high school. And that only just made me weirder like throughout high school too. Like a lot of kids didn't really get it, you know. But then I've seen like a bad side because like my sexuality and shit. Like I've got guys who like know my background and will hit on me, and then when I will kindly reject them. Like
in Croatia.
In Croatia, and then they'll be like, oh, it's because you're, I mean, it happens here too, but it's more prevalent there. And they'll be like, oh, it's because you're a dyke, this, that, blah, blah, blah. And like, you know, like when you like hurt their ego, it just like spirals and gets crazy. But it's like, it's a great place. I love it. You know, I'm so glad to have,
You're from the coast, right?
yeah, I'm off an island. It's really nice. It's like a small island. It's beautiful. I'm like I have a really nice place there too. I've got a boat, and like when I go there, I just feel like fucking like at home. I can't explain it. And don't get me wrong, like I'm like the complete, like they hate me out there too, because like I'm not like that typical like Croatian woman. You know, like I'm like tatted, artist. You know, bi. Like I'm not like just like a homemaker. That's how the girls are like kind of raised to be there. So
Really? Okay.
yeah, for the most part, you know. Or there's like women that don't even have jobs and like just like chill at a cafe and talk shit, and like that's it.
But yeah, that's still not something you'd want to be either, I guess.
No, that's what I'm saying. And like I love being like from New York. Now I wouldn't like it's like I'm American, but like I really consider myself a New Yorker. You know what I mean?
That's another thing. It's tough to. I heard that there's people that go on these world tours and then they come back here and like even though they might be from New York, if they do a show in like fucking Missouri, they're like, oh yeah, it kind of still feels like home. And like, are you fucking kidding me? Like you cannot compare different areas, even Maryland to here, which is still only 4 hours away. It's like fucking
100%.
night and day.
Philadelphia, Philly, and New York
That's
City.
the shittiest place ever.
Yeah, Philly to the city. It's like, you know, like all different fucking, yeah. I don't know, man.
Different accents. Because how big is Croatia, like, relatively to...
Really?
the
There's
US?
only 8 million Croatians in this, like, entire world.
shit.
In the entire world, there's only, like, 8...
And they were able to make a World Cup final.
Yes.
8 million.
8 million. But there's only 4 million in the country right now because after World War II and, like, the Yugoslavian war, like, all of them are dispersed. So there's a lot of Argentinian Croatians, Australian Croatians, American Croatians. You know, there's... Like we're like dispersed everywhere.
So 4 million, which is like how big is smaller than New York, right?
Yeah, no, like my country is fucking tiny.
Yeah,
my country is tiny. Like I'm pretty sure that Croatia is like smaller than California. I think
landmass, it's
I think it's more. I think it's closer to Florida, if anything.
Yeah, because I think England is either slightly bigger than California or it's like California size. Like France is like a little bigger than Texas. It's a good time to be Croatian though. You got the World Cup final, you got Game of Thrones putting tourism to your country.
You're gonna have Taya fucking blow up in 2 years.
You know. Is there any other Croatians that are doing it that are abroad or?
Well, like really mostly like footballers, like soccer players. Excuse me.
Yeah. Other than that, there's not any.
I really couldn't tell you
because I don't really know any.
Believe it or not, Albanians are popping. Like, there's a lot of Albanian rappers.
What?
Gashi is Albanian. I don't know if you know who that is.
I've heard.
Like Dua Lipa is Albanian.
Yeah. Isn't she British?
Rita Ora, yeah, but they're like Albanian. You know,
Albanian British.
Like that's like me. Like I'm American.
I guess maybe because I'm not like if I was from Britain, maybe I'd say them as like Albanians. But the fact that they're like I'm seeing it like they're just British to me.
Well, that's me though. I'm American, you know, but like I'm Croatian.
Yeah, Turkey is pretty fucking awful. Dr. Oz, fucking.
Dr. Oz is pretty poppin' though. I'm not gonna
Dr.
lie.
Oz is trash. Okay, let's just get it twisted. All right, it's not gonna twist it. I actually applied to an internship for fucking Dr. Oz.
Oh, so that's why you're bitter right now.
No. I applied to it recently. I haven't like. It probably is too early to know, regardless. But I would really want to work for Dr. Oz. He's pretty much a scammer, and he's like, he sucks. His daughter's kind of hot, but she's not really aged well. But she's only half. She's like me. She's only half.
Okay.
Yeah. Who else do we have? We have some fucking awful people. We have NBA players and soccer players.
Word. Yeah.
Yeah, but. I don't remember any out the top of my head. Oh, we had that guy on the Young Turks. If you ever watch that YouTube, it's like a news. I don't really watch them, but there's like the host of it is Turkish. Yeah, that's about it, though. It's pretty fucking awful. So I'm like kind of in the same boat, but at least you guys got to World Cup final, and we don't even make it.
I was in Astoria, again, like when we were playing England, and like all of us took to the streets. We were lighting up flares, and that's like a thing in Croatia.
Yeah,
like
that's an Eastern European thing in general.
100%. But like like we always just like light flares and go crazy out there. So doing it in fucking like New York City.
Yeah, that's probably
with like cops, like it was just like, it was so crazy to have like a cultural like fucking like mesh like come in between, like in front of my eyes. Because like, don't get me wrong, like out in Astoria and Queens, there's so many of us. There's like restaurants. There used to be a bar that everyone would go out and like hang out at. But like on Long Island, I don't even like, there are Croatian people out there, but like out here, but there's like, we don't even like fuck with each other. You know what I mean? It's crazy.
Yeah, they don't like bring. It's not one of those cultures. I can see like the Islanders, people, not Islanders, the couple, but like people from like Jamaica, they come together. Like the Salvadorians around here, they come together. Dominicans, like they're very proud. Like they come together. Same thing with the Turkish people. Even like when they know how to find each other. Like they're fucking magnets with each other. It's really weird. But I know there's like other like cultures that don't do that.
No, but they know me. Like anyone who's Croatian like knows me. Like we'll sometimes like just meet people and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm blah blah, and they're like, oh, we know your mother, we know your brother, we knew you when you were like 2 years old. Like it's just such a small community. Everyone knows each other's business. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay, so that's traveling to Croatia. Talk about traveling to San Francisco.
Well,
this is within the year, right?
Yeah, this was in January. It was a fucking dope ass time. Like I just like spontaneously. Like my dream is to be a creative director that lives bi-coastally, where I could like, work in San Francisco and reside there, like the West Coast, and then like come back to either Astoria or definitely in the city or like on the outskirts of the city. And when I went, it was my first time ever going like to the West Coast in general. So I went by myself, and I just needed to get away from people. Like I love my friends. I love everyone out here, but every once in a while I just like go through a phase where I just like only want to like be around new faces and new people and just like experience something new. You know what I mean?
Right. So just you went out.
Just me and my journals and like my art supplies. That. I stayed at a hostel in like the heart of San Francisco, and like don't get me wrong, there's many homeless dudes. Like Like there was like homeless guys walking around like fucking like flashing everyone. Yes, like San Francisco's.
That's my type of shit.
Bro, San Francisco's fucking wild, bro. Like, it's a little bit. I mean, I have love for the Bay though, so I love it. But like even they could admit that it gets like a little bit like fucking janky at times. But I went and also going back to like it's just like so much queer energy out there. It's like the whole I think it's called like the Mission District is like all just like very gay. It's pretty much like the Greenwich Village here, but like even more. But there's no lesbian bar. Another thing, like the lesbians don't have anything. So I just was
in San Francisco they don't have anything.
Not even in San Francisco.
So wait, you went into these bars like totally unfazed, and you just
unfazed.
Walked into them?
I've met
by yourself.
By myself. I met so many cool people.
Give me some tips. I'm going to Hawaii. I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do. Like my parents aren't gonna go with me.
You just gotta be yourself, man. Like you know what I mean.
Like I gotta come up to random people and just be like.
If you have a good energy, you could approach people,
but
and
young
people
bars, right?
Approach you. Yeah, I mean, there was young people, old people. Like I got lucky, and I met like early on in my vacation. Like a young group of friends that were staying at an Airbnb who was like and their host was taking them out partying and stuff like that.
Oh, okay. So you just were like in this tour group too.
Well, yeah, like I was at the bar and like this dude comes up to me and we're like talking this, that, and like they like showed me around. It was really cool. I mean, the thing is when I'm drunk, I just always tend to like give an Irish goodbye and leave, so like when I left, like the last night I also met people and I left without saying goodbye, but like they all had my number and I hit them up. Will I ever see these people again? Probably not, but it was a good experience. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, you don't even need sometimes, like, you just need to be, like, around, like, people. If this sounds, like, really fucked up, but, like, sometimes, like, people just come into your life for, like, a one-night experience, like, whether it's platonically or anything. Like, it's just, like, that's what the purpose is. You know what I mean? It doesn't always have to be, like, chilling with your fucking, like, closest people at all times. Nah.
Right, for sure. So it was a positive experience. Like, you came out of San Francisco feeling better than you did when you went in?
I came out fucking feeling good, wanting to just, like, go back again. You know what I mean? Like, and just, it was great. It was great. I had a fucking great-ass time out there. Like, I really want to go again. I do. Like, I want to fucking live bi-coastally. That's it.
Where else do you want to go on one of these, like, little excursions, drop everything?
I want to go to Toronto.
Toronto?
Toronto. What's that face?
If you were going to go, you should probably go on, like, now.
I know, bro. I might. I'm going to Croatia in August, and after I come back in August, I'm trying to go somewhere.
Yeah.
My friends want me to go down to Miami, but, like...
Oh, hell yeah, you gotta do it. You gotta do it. I haven't been there, but you gotta do it. No.
I went in October. I went in October.
Oh, you did go already?
Yeah, I went in October, and, like, my friend stays out there, and it's really cool. I met this, a really, like, cool person out there and everything, but, like, Miami... When I was there, I got so sick from, like, going out and partying too much where, I kid you not, I was fucking, like, chasing alcohol with, like, emergency. You know, like, the vitamins, like, and, like, like, that's how, like, crazy, like, it gets. So, that's what I'm saying, like, I want to go on a vacation where I could, like, be creative, you know what I mean? Like, I could party anywhere, really. And I would like to go out there to party again soon, but, like, we'll see.
How about, like, the middle of Alabama? Or, like, the middle of...
Do you want me to get hate crimed? For real? Like, you want...
What about, like, the middle of fucking Oklahoma or something?
Bro,
like that?
I was egged out in, like, the Lower East Side of New York. If I took the gay shit out to the fucking Midwest, I don't know if I'd come back, like, breathing.
So you're not going to be like Kanye and go to fucking Wyoming and just be creative there. You're just going to...
I mean, I would if I had, like, a fucking, like...
Maybe when you get older.
If I have enough money to have a fucking compound, hell yeah. But, like, I don't know, man. Like, I'm not trying to shame anyone or anything, but, like I'm not really the yeehaw's cup of tea.
Okay, so perfect. This is a good segue then. So you want to talk about the Long Island yeehaw. So I am not... I don't really consider myself a Southern person, but I do have in... Okay, follow me here. My mom's, I would say actually both of their sides, there is some real, like, yeehaw type of shit going on. Like, not my mom's, like, siblings, but, like, their extended family. Either some of them are in the Midwest and the other ones are in Southern Maryland. Oh. And they are hunting, fishing, truck driving, mudding, camo wearing people on the Southern Maryland side, and then the people in the Midwest, they're like corn hicks. Okay, so yeah, this is pretty crazy. Like, I have like some, like, the whitest shit on my mom's side, and I have like
no, but that's Arabs chill. Like that, like, see, that's your background though.
So okay, so that's like what, and I'm considered Southern here. I'm considered Southern. So you're talking. So what is a Long Island yeehaw? All
right, let me tell you the truth. Honestly, like, for me, my whole thing is being authentic to yourself and not trying to be someone that you're not. You know what I mean? And, like, out here, you got people just, like, trying to be, like, in that subculture where there's, like, nothing. Like, you could, like, I'm not saying people that like country music or yeehaws, no, but I'm trying to say, like, they have the mentality, like, you would think that you took them out of fucking Texas or the Midwest and uprooted them and put them here by, like, their behavior, by, like, the way that, like, you know, like, they chew tobacco, you know what I mean? Like, it's just...
It's called dip.
Okay, they dip, you know, but, like, what the fuck, bro? I don't know. Like, I grew up with a lot of these people, too. Like, I know where they live. You know, I know their family. It's just... It's the same thing as, like, a fucking, like, privileged boy, like, getting a face tattoo and acting as if, like, he's some hard rapper. You know what I mean? It's like the same thing like that, you know?
Yeah.
It's just be yourself, you could get influences from other people, but don't become a caricature. And like they try to act like a caricature as their like fucking like image, which is like alarming, and it's just really concerning to me. I just
So the yeehaws, like what so that's what bothers you about them, I'm guessing at this point.
Yeah.
Or they just like,
look, just be yourself. Be like true to you. Don't try
what does a Long Island yeehaw like do? Like, oh, they're doing like dip, but
like they're doing dip. They're trying to find like a place to off-road in like fucking North Shore of Long Island, you know.
I haven't been up there. I've been to where Emily lives.
I'm the town right next to it.
Oh, okay. So up there, they're doing their backwoods like wannabe shit there.
Yeah, and there's no hate at all, but like it's just I don't get it. I grew up with them, you know, like I just don't understand it.
I feel like the people from like down south would just like laugh at these guys for being like
exactly.
Like they're not like Duck Dynasty, like true.
Because it's like, you know, like just being like overtly forcing it. You know what I mean? You gotta be like, if it's effortless, I get it, yo. Like I get it.
Gotcha. All right, so we're gonna have to close it out, but first, I'm gonna go on a ramble here. Maybe not. The
Astrology,
star thing.
Oh.
Yes, I need my starology. Okay, first of all,
Starology.
I want to say this much. What is this called? Astrology?
Astrology.
Astrology. Okay. I don't get what the hell this astrology is, but the women are obsessed with this. And I don't know anything about I know I'm an Aries, and that's it. I don't know anything else.
Do you know anything about like your behavior as an Aries? Are you familiar with it?
My sister, she's very similar to you. She's 16, and minus the bi stuff. But other than that, like she's an artist. She works for commission now. She doesn't, you know. She's like, oh, you're such an Aries. That's such an Aries thing to do for you, Benny. You know, you're so like. I get worked up quick. Okay,
I'm gonna
Aries. I go on these rants.
All right, I'm gonna explain this to you the best way I can. Like, you know, like astrology for dummies. No offense, but like
no. We need to dumb it down as much as we can.
All right, so you're more than just your sun sign. Your sun is in Aries, so your sun sign is the date that you were born. So that is what determines your sun sign.
Yes.
But there's a million other things. Like you could have the same sun sign as a person, but be two complete different people because you have so many different aspects controlling, you know, like you as a person and what goes on around you. So basically there's so much. There is your rising sign, which is how people perceive you when they first meet you. And then like your sun sign is your basic identity. Your moon sign is your hidden traits and how you really feel about yourself. There is your Venus sign, which is how you love. There is your Mercury, which is how you communicate with people. There's so much.
And this is where Venus is when I'm born, this is where Venus is in
I'm going to tell you where you are right now. Ready? So basically that all determines, you know, your personality and even things around you. Like there's something called Mercury retrograde. Have you ever heard of that?
I've heard of that, but I don't know what the hell it means. I only know because it was a album title for somebody that I listened to.
Okay, so Mercury in retrograde means like Mercury is how you communicate with people. So when that planet is in retrograde, pretty much communication is like stiff and hard to like, you know, do. Like it's really like it's not even you as a person, it's the fucking universe making communication hard.
So should I make, if I fuck up, I should always do this, I should always make excuses that
only if it is in retrograde can you do that, which it will be, I think, at the end of the month. So
I'm gonna be shit at the end of the month, basically.
Oh
no.
But you can learn how to like that's what I mean. If you stay conscious enough, you can go about this.
All right, so maybe I should keep not believing this. Okay, all right, but tell me.
Wow, so your Venus is in Aquarius, so basically I don't really know how to put this. So
but isn't Aquarius that's another one of these month
yeah,
things?
So
I'm a mix.
You're a mix of everything. So your moon is in Gemini. So you're like me. So you feel like Gemini qualities to yourself a lot.
But if this is a thing, then do they all mix? Like, isn't everybody like the same?
No, because in my chart I have absolutely no water except for I have like no earth either. So I'm all air. I am Aquarius rising.
Wait, what is air and water? Was this Avatar fucking Naruto? Like,
oh my god, I really need to bring out like a chart right now.
So wait, how many of these things are there? Air, water,
fire, and earth.
Earth, only those four.
Only those four.
So Avatar. Okay.
Avatar literally.
Avatar is not anime. I want to make that very clear right now. Avatar is not anime. That was made by Nickelodeon. That is not anime at all. If anybody tells you that, they clearly don't watch it. Anyways, all right, go on.
Oh, so if you heard that, Avatar is anime.
Avatar is not anime. It is not anime at all. It's just not. I can't put it anywhere. All right, so what goes into what though? Like, what are the fire traits? What are the water traits? The earth, the air?
I don't really have it in front of me, but I'm a pretty big astrology host, so I think I could get this right now. Air is, so there's 3 of each. Mm-hmm. So I'm all air for my like 3 like big major things in my chart. Mm-hmm. I've got Gemini Sun, Libra Moon, Aquarius Rising. My rising, when people first meet me, even though I'm like really outgoing and like, outspoken, when people first see me, I kind of tend to like shell up, and I'm like very like introverted and shy. Mm-hmm. And that is like how people perceive me when they first meet me. But Aquarius is also like, there's a lot of different elements to, these particular signs. Libras are very well balanced, but Libras also like have trouble with rejection and a fear of rejection at times because they want to be well liked, because that makes them well balanced. Geminis, because they're so like multifaceted, people don't know what the fuck they're getting out of them. Like you could type A personality, type B personality. Basically, Benny, I'm gonna tell you everything right now. So, wow, you have a lot of Aries in your chart. So your sister was right saying that you're like such an Aries. You have it in your Sun, your Mercury. So the way you communicate is like very fiery and as an Aries, you're like very fiery and like, outspoken. You're a bit of a riot.
Oh, good God. Jesus Christ. All right, what else do they got here?
Oh, you got a bunch, bro. Your rising is in Taurus, which is interesting.
What?
Taurus is stubborn.
Isn't Taurus season after
Aries
season?
Yes, but okay, so your rising, you get that by, I hope I'm getting this right. Rising is your time. Your moon is your location. Or it could be the opposite. Do not hold me to that. Okay. I am a big astrology girl, but I'm not quite sure which one it is.
Okay, so, all right, so what is that? What does the Taurus mean?
That you're rising, so like you're very stubborn.
I'm very southern?
Stubborn.
And what does the rising have to do with
how people perceive you when they first meet you? Stubborn. A little bit. But that's not there's so much more to it. Mm-hmm. Can we just do a podcast directly to like your sun and like astrology shit? Because I feel like that would be like enough time to do this.
What? A whole podcast?
Bro, you see what you got? You got a whole lot of things determining you. No,
Well, let me see this screen here. Okay. All right. So I don't know what any of this shit means. So my sun is in Aries.
I did his chart.
Right. I am April 1st, 1998, 6:42 Eastern Time, in Towson, Maryland. That's where I was born. Sun in Aries, Moon in Gemini, Mercury in Aries, Venus in Aquarius, Mars in Aries, Jupiter in Pisces, right? Saturn in Aries, Uranus, what the fuck is it called?
Uranus.
In Aquarius, Neptune
Aquarius,
in
not Aquarius.
Aquarius, Pluto? We got Pluto in this bitch?
We got Pluto, we got
Chiron.
Chiron.
Alright, man, we can't discriminate, And Sagittarius.
Chiron.
Chiron in Scorpio. End node. What the fuck is an end node? In Virgo. Ascendant. In Taurus. And mid-heaven. We're talking heaven in Capricorn. What the...
Look.
Now since Aries came up a couple times and Aquarius came up a couple times, does those mean those traits are more relevant in me, or is that... Oh, no, they go to different facets of my life, right?
Yeah, so it just really determines, like, every planet has a different facet of your life. So as I said before, there's certain planets that, like, determine what your philosophy of life is. Mine is in Aquarius, which means that, like, I'm, like, very, I would say self-righteous, and I believe in, like, me making a difference with you know what I mean? Like, and then there's other people who have, like, the more conventional purpose, which is, like, to raise a family and to be, like, a good mother.
Fuck that can't
well,
be
that's not you, but for, I'm pretty sure it's Jupiter that determines that. Like, that would be a Taurus. There's certain things that, for example, like I said before, Venus is all about love and, like, how you love, whether it is through romantic or platonic, it's just a lot. And so you are a Venus in Aquarius, which is kind of funny. Now, do not hold this against me, but I feel like you're not, like, really, like, the, like, big, like, romantic type that, like,
not
throws...
Anymore.
You're,
not
like,
anymore.
You don't throw yourself completely into a relationship.
Not anymore, yeah. Not at all.
And that's it. Mine is in Cancer, which means, like, it's my biggest that's my Achilles heel, is I don't give a fuck about anything. Like, I'm very, like, my chart is air. So, like, I'm very flowy, flighty. I go with I don't really, like, I'm like a bird. You know what I mean? But, like, then, and that's certain, like, aspects of my life, I'm, like, very, like, emotional, like, sensitive. Like, I'm very, like, tender and caring. And that, like, makes me kind of give a shit. So no matter what, every human being is very balanced. There are a few that are not. There's a few that, like, tend to, like, kind of shift more towards one side, And my personal belief is, yes, I believe in astrology, but genetic code, like, your genetic coding plays a big part of it too. So you have really who you are, how your brain functions and operates with your genetic coding, but also how the moon and, like, stars align also determines it too, because honestly the moon can affects the tide.
Right, for sure.
It, like, our universe is, there's so much power, and there's, like, it's majestic, you know what I mean? I really do believe that this universe is godlike, and I'm not comparing astrology to religion at all. Some people do, some people don't. I think that it just really, like, helps you determine what's going on around you and how everything impacts you. You know what I mean?
Well, goddamn.
Goddamn.
Well, thank you for coming on. We're probably gonna have to. Well, we're definitely gonna have to wrap this up now. Thank you for coming on. I've been awakened to the astrology.
Do you feel woke right now?
Do I feel woke? No, because I don't know what any of the fuck anything means.
Do you feel enlightened?
I feel I feel like I have, like, a path in a way, like
everyone
has
a path. Yeah.
Well, no. Like, if I wanted to look into this, like, I guess I know more where to go.
You will know how the next months affect you. If you really pay attention to this, you will know how to combat, like, the everyday, like, happenings, and, like, how to use it in your advantage, really.
Oh my god. So this really is a day by day thing, not like a life thing. Because my sister said it was like a life thing.
Well,
it's like, you're an Aries, you just...
Well, no, there's certain things that, like, determined your life, of course. Like, when you were born, how the planets align and everything has effects, but you gotta realize it changes every day.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, the seasons change, everything changes. So there's, like, how you are, how your brain operates, and how, like, everything goes on around you too.
Gotcha. So do you want to shout yourself out here? Plug anything you want to plug?
Honestly, this is my first time ever doing a podcast. I probably rambled. I don't really know how this turned out. This was like a one-shot thing. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Hopefully you guys feel like, enlightened. You have like a better understanding of me or whatever topics we discussed. We'll see. Maybe I'll come back and do another one. You never know. But I just want to thank Benny for, having me and doing this and, bring a new experience. I've never done this, and as an artist, I love to just, express myself, and this was a great platform to do it. So thank you.
Yes. Do you want to plug any of your art pages or just?
Yes. So follow me at _Ugarkovic. It's really, you guys will probably see.
I'll put it in the description if you're listening on YouTube.
My last name is very difficult to spell, very Croatian. It's an ethnic shorty.
So if you guys want to do a podcast, if you're anybody who's listening this long, thank you very much. Just at me, SKBENITG, just on Instagram, just DM me. Well, by the time this is up, I can do podcasts within August, like into August. So just let me know. I would be happy to do them. And thank you all for listening. Appreciate it. Like, subscribe, comment, repost on SoundCloud, all that good shit. Thank you. Bye-bye.